Guys, why don't 100 plus players suck? Well, we're going to hear about it from who's this? Ray's guide. Oh, nice. So Ray is going to tell us why 100 plus players isn't a bad idea in 3.17.2. Let's see what he has to say. So far, my experience has been pretty good with it, and I expected it to not be good, and I expected it to suck, and it doesn't. So let's see his experiences and what he
Hello,
thinks.
this is Daniel Raymond, the voice behind Ray's Guide. And in the world of Star Citizen, everyone has been all abuzz about the fact that the 3.17.2 PTU was suddenly increased from 50 players per server that we have been living with for years now, all the way to 100 and now 120. And to not bury the headline, it does not suck.
Yeah.
Sure, there have been problems here and there, but it does not suck. Literally,
there's problems here
everything
and
we have
there all
understood
the
from the
time.
last 5 years of testing is that suddenly doubling or more of the player limit per server would suck. Big time suck. And it's not. This is supposed to be sucking, and it's not. This is supposed to be sucking, and it's not. That is supposed to be sucking, and it's not. That thing over there, that's supposed to be sucking, and it's not. This is supposed to be sucking, and it's not. Where's the suck? I don't know, and I'm not sure that CIG knows because they said that they were going to be testing the edge cases, which is programmer speak for saying, we're going to see how much this makes it suck. And yet, it's not sucking. And remember, this is 3.17.2. It is the 3.17 code branch, not the 3.18 code branch or the 4.0 code branch. It is not entity streaming or server meshing or any of the other things that were supposed to get rid of the sucking. The only hint at the patch notes is this little item: Actor Downstream Networking Improvements. Alpha 3.17.2 adds improvements to the Actor Downstream Networking, which vastly improves how players and NPCs move over the network. The new system should provide much smoother motion
What's he getting
with
at
less
here?
jittering and unnatural movement, along with improved start-stops with actors now playing the correct animations instead
This
of tap
has
dancing.
nothing to do with
In
this.
addition, the new system deals with low variable frame rates and a variable net.
And in reality, there's been so many problems with it, and it's like been one of the major delays of 3.17.2.
Network conditions much more cleanly. There will be ongoing improvements to this system, and further tuning will be done to various parameters in future patches. But would that alone account for more than doubling the prior server player limits without something else? Particularly since prior wisdom would have been that not only would doubling the player cap cause the server tick rate to tank, but also that if they all collected in one area, our client frame rate would tank. But it's not. So my suspicion is that it's a combination of factors. And my first suspicion is on a hard-working team at CIG that has, in the past, surprised us with after-the-fact updates that some minor letter patch has slipstreamed in some milestone in their work in terms of adding something or removing some inefficiency. And that team is the folks working on the Gen 12 render. I just have this gut feeling that they have a role in this, at least on the client side. But what on the server side? On the server side, I suspect that CIG
obviously. So if there was something that would have normally killed the client in a previous situation when there were more players on the server and now our client runs better, it's less likely that when 100... I would have imagined that if they tried this test before we had client-side frame rate improvements, that 100 players in the same area might have caused more problems. I think that's what he's getting at, but...
decided to play with server configurations, perhaps with memory or processing power on each server. Now, that does not mean what I think some of you think it means.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
When you add more memory to your personal computer or faster storage, you have to go to Amazon or Newegg, buy something, have it delivered, open your case, and stick the new something into it. That's not how data centers work, because of two things called virtualization and clustering. Virtualization means that your programs do not actually run on the server. What runs on the server are a bunch of programs, each which simulates a physical server. And the benefits of that layer of abstraction is you don't actually crash a server, ever. You're just crashing a program simulating a server, which the virtualization software detects and then unloads the simulation program. So in reality, when you get a 30K error, in fact, no computer anywhere actually crashed. The second technology is called clustering, which means that simulation program can in fact be spread across multiple physical servers. That's the things that movies get so wrong about servers, that you could somehow walk into a server room, which would have to have incredibly weak physical security to even have that happen at all, and then point to some rack and say, this is the servers for, and then you like take an axe to it or something. But that's not how it works. Adding more memory or processing power to clustered virtualized servers is just a matter of changing a number in a configuration screen. But that doesn't make it free. And at a certain point, it's a waste of money to add expensive capacity to the server if
Didn't they just have like an AWS downtime too for like upgrades or something? So
the player's system would fail first. That is why
seems
they
like
go
the two
together.
are tied together.
Server capacity and client capability. And that is why it's important to test the edge
Like,
cases.
ooh, maybe
and
we
why
can
it
get
is
away with
possible
this
to
now.
sometimes be very pleasantly surprised when it doesn't suck. But that also says why CIG is
Okay, so a former game designer from Star Citizen said, none of this matters. Like, he just said it in the chat earlier. Yeah, having 100 people on an 890 jump just standing around doing nothing doesn't really mean anything. It's when players are doing things, that's the problem. And that is why the live servers, in a lot of ways, the live servers are so much worse, because when the live servers are going, especially when a patch first comes out, especially in a situation where we have a wipe and people need to make their progress back, that's when we're going to see some problems. So I am a little nervous that come live, this doesn't suck thing is going to get changed.
isn't committing to these larger services for 3.17.2 live. The reason is that 3.18 and 4.0 will have different code bases. And as exciting as seeing the user counts get increased, so would be the disappointment if the 3.18 branch couldn't keep up with it. And we all know the Star Citizen user base can be very vocal when disappointed, not to mention the eternal pessimists who are on the sidelines looking for any tidbit of bad news to latch on to as proof that the project is doomed to fail. So I am anticipating that Evocati will be seeing similar stress tests under 3.18. And if the 3.18 stress
Maybe they'll put even more players in those
tests look like 3.18 can handle the same server count, then we might see a similar increase backwards in the 3.17.2 live once CIG is convinced that the 3.18 Evocati that a rollback would not be needed when 3.18 goes live. And now for an update on our dual Grow the Channel ship giveaways.
What?
First, we have the short-term giveaway coming up to the close of the BioCitizen World Tour participation card autographed by Chris and Sandy Roberts that is running just for videos between June 15th and July 31st. And then we have the big ship giveaway. As of recording, we are at 80% of the subscriber goal and 75% of the membership goal to give away to some lucky player their choice of the Anvil Liberator, the ship for shipping your ships, or the Misk Odyssey long-length lookabout launcher lorry. One entry per video. Members, as always, are mentored automatically. And if the winner was a member as of the publication date of the winning video...
Did somebody in chat just say shameless self-promotion? It's literally his channel, and he's sharing the giveaways for his members and stuff on his channel. How is that shameless self-promotion? Holy crap.
And at the drawing time, they will win both the Liberator and the Odyssey. For non-members, just subscribe and comment with the secret word. And the secret word for this video is the item from the patch notes that might be contributing to how well the 100-plus payer servers are working. Fly safe, keep it real, and I'll see you in the verse. This is Danny Raymond for Ray's Guide.
Thank you, Danny Raymond from Ray's Guide. Yeah, so he gets it. That it's like it's all what's happening seems to be just like a little server test. Something's changed. They think they can get away with it, and they're going to try and get away with it. And I mean, I'm a little nervous about the live servers because, again, live servers tend to be crashier, more problematic, especially at the beginning of a patch when everybody's like grinding and trying to do stuff, and or check out the new content in particular, right? So there's a lot of problems with that usually. So hopefully it's a little bit better, but in general, my experiences so far seem to be about the same, but double the players in a server. So I don't know. I guess it's okay. We'll have to find out.